Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Hypebeats Dad, and I'm back with another one. So I was having a little quick conversation with some homies up in the comments, and they were talking about basically like Knife Wonder being one of their top five, and I felt the same way. I actually put Knife Wonder in my top five, and it made me think like why I've never did a top five production video. So hey, I'm about to do it. My top five producers. My first one is Jay Dilla. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I found out about Jay Dilla. I would say probably in like maybe 2002 or 2003 was definitely like my last year in high school type situation. I kind of knew about him, but I wasn't really tapped in until I started understanding about producers and wanting beats. And Jay Dilla, just finding out about him in 2003, he was still underground, but he was so legendary, and I wanted to emulate that style for a minute, and then he passed away in 2006. It was in February, so obviously I was in college, and yeah, that's crazy, man. So RIP to a legend, but he's my number one. Probably will always be just because of what he did with the MPC, what he did with the beats, the stuff he did with the SP303. I mean, I'm a gear nerd, and it would not be gear nerdom without people like Jay Dilla. So Jay Dilla is top one. My next one is a guy who I actually just met last weekend, Knife Wonder. Knife Wonder was definitely one of the people who I used to watch his videos, and it would inspire me to want to make beats. I remember when I found out the fact that he made them on Fruity Loops, it made me feel like, damn, I can make computer beats and they can be hard too. And like all the people who were the people who brought me up into hip hop stuff, they were all making mostly beats on like MPCs, MPC 1000s, SPs, like when they first came out. So to have someone break through and make the soul and make the beats that just sound just so like perfect in how they just flowed. Knife Wonder is just a legend. I just still remember rapping on his beats and just being like, just listening to him like this crazy. I want to make stuff like this. And yeah, and I was able to meet the brother, and he's just a humble, good guy, and it was a blessing to be able to meet him. So, shout out to DJ Craftmatic for bringing him out to Colorado Springs. But yeah, Knife Wonder, just his style, how effortlessly he's done multiple genres. He's a Grammy Award winner. I'm not sure if Dilla is one too, but he should be. But Knife Wonder's a legend. And the fact that this brother is still out here teaching and giving people that knowledge, and still out here ushering in new hip hop artists and breaking hip hop artists is crazy, because he's one of the ones that's going to do it forever. He's definitely a black Jedi. He's tall. I'm like 6'4", 6'5". When I saw that fool, he was like 6'4", 6'5". So I was like, oh snap! Like okay, a tall guy, because I've definitely met other producers like The Alchemist, and that guy's like super short. Hey, shout out to The Alchemist. He's hella cool. I think I met The Alchemist at Freak City one time. I met The Alchemist a couple places. But yeah, shout out to The Alchemist. Anyway, number three, Nujabes. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know as much about Nujabes as some of the other artists, just because of his catalog wasn't as long. But I definitely love Nujabes style. I remember watching Summer Shampoo and just wondering where these beats came from, and then became an internet nerd and found out about it, and then found out about this guy, and then yeah, he passed away in 2010. Unfortunately, he's another guy who's passed away, but his style definitely inspired so many guys with that sample bass lo-fi, but with the drums. And I'm pretty sure he used MPC 60. I'm not sure, but he was a sampler head. He was a drum machine guy. He was a legend, and yeah, he was born the same freaking day as Jay Dilla, so that's pretty wild. And they both were passed away in February. Another wild fact. But yeah, shout out to Nujabes. He was definitely He passed away at 36. I'm 36 right now, so definitely every day be blessed for what you got, for real, for real. All right, number four, and actually Pete Rock is my number four. He could probably be my number three. When I was writing this, I had no Nujabes Best in it, but thinking about it, Pete Rock is probably my number three producer, just because I remember Pete Rock was the one who made me want to go get an MPC. I was like, how does he do this stuff? And then it was like SP 1200, and I was like, SP 1200, okay. And I started looking into it. I was like, oh, even back then they were expensive. They were not like they are now. They're unapproachable now, but back then they were expensive. And you could find one, but you had to search. And I was just so like tunnel vision on MPCs. Like back in then, I just always just wanted MPCs, and I never really gave I mean, I mess with SPs and I mess with other stuff, but I mostly just focus on MPCs, and I never really gave the other stuff a chance until later in my production career, like way later. And then I was like, oh, let me mess with the OP1s, OPZs, and then the Digitax, and now just recently the Octatrack. And coming from an MPC head workflow, MPC feels like super easy, and Octatrack just feels like I'm using a calculator to solve something that's gonna save the Earth from exploding. So that's just the difference. But Pete Rock, I bought my MPC 2000 XL. Like I had at least 5 2000 XLs over the years, and I sold them. But the one that I kept was the one that looked like the one that Pete Rock had. It's the silver one, the special edition. I kept that one because I got that one. Like I was searching for that. I was buying all the other special edition ones. I had the orange special edition one. The other, there was another special edition one. I can't think of how it looked. I have had the regular looking 2000 XL. I really liked the 2000 XL platform back in the day, but I always flipped them. I still got one. It's one that I probably won't sell, but it's going to the drum museum. More on that later. Anyway, Pete Rock is definitely a legend. I feel like he brought them jazz samples. He brought just so many layers to the game, and he inspired a lot of us. He inspired my number two, Ninth Wonder probably. So, yeah, definitely dope guy. Gold Panda. A lot of people don't talk about this guy, but Derwin Shucker, or born Derwin Dicker, Gold Panda is definitely one of my favorite producers, and I feel like I wish he would do more stuff, and he's probably is. He's just probably low key with it, but he inspired me a lot, and just for me personal, he has to be on the top five because I used to listen to Gold Panda religiously. Like I always kick myself for being in LA so many times and not going to his shows, but it was always something would happen, like situations. You guys are living life, so you understand. But I really like Gold Panda is one of my favorite. I loved what he did with the MPC 1000, and I'm pretty sure he had an MPC 2000 XL or a 2002. He had other ones, and he had all these old samplers, Atari samplers, like old Akai samplers. Guy is a great flipper of samples and just creator of a sound of waves. Gold Panda. I used to listen to this mess over and over. Loki Shiner 2010, definitely. Yep, loved it. That was awesome. Very inspirational to me becoming Japanese jellyfish at that point. Yeah, a lot. You guys might not know. I used to produce under the moniker Japanese jellyfish, and it was just because I loved the big fat jellyfish in Japan. I was working in video games, and one guy showed me, and I was like, "These are crazy," and it was like Nemora jellyfish or something, and I was like, Japanese jellyfish. I was like, that could be a name, and that actually became my producer name. But I don't, that's just like a secret name now. But I'm telling you guys because I like you guys. But yeah, that's enough story time for today. Those are my top five. I would like you guys to start a discourse. Please put your top five down here of your personal producers. It don't have to be, and because I'm thinking about, I'm gonna do 6 through 10 because I'm thinking about them right now. I'm like, damn man, there's some people who I really like the Rizzes and the Yeezys and all these type of people. they shine too. So I'm gonna definitely give you guys a 6 through 10. But yeah, give me your top 5 production down below. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Let's grow this channel. We just got to 700. That's a milestone for me. I remember being stuck on like 200 subs for forever. So shout out to everybody who has subbed here. If you are new, let's hit that sub button because we're gonna make a lot more content. We're gonna figure out how to get these lights and like make shit look better. But right now I'm just, I'm loving life. I think I'm about to do a video. I was playing with the Octatrack and the SP404 with the Q tracks. Dope. Octatrack is blows mine every time. But today I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna take the Octatrack that's right behind me. I'm gonna take it upstairs and I'm gonna go make some shit with the Digitac and the Octatrack. Baby. And then I've been telling myself I got to get back on the poly and tracker because I've been missing it, and just being so deep into Octatrack, I kind of missed it. Like I said, I was just an NPC head, but then when I start messing with all this other stuff, and it was really the OP1, OPZ, the ones that kind of opened me up into the weird workflows and then the Electron workflow. But